I'm Unscrewed with Jason Bryant from unscrewed.co.nz. Morning to you, Jason.
Good morning,
Good
Wemo.
morning. Also joined by Rob Dunn from Movember.
Morning, mate.
Good morning to you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I thought this is a good opportunity to talk about Movember. It's on the way. Start thinking about what you're going to be doing.
About men's health,
Men's health.
just as we're going to crack a bottle of wine.
Yeah, but everything in moderation. That's Movember's
Absolutely.
message, a healthy lifestyle, mate. So it fits in with that nicely. But yeah, the old website's open now. It's ready for this year. So
Movember.co.
www.movember.com.
.com.
That'll take you through to the New Zealand website. And
It's a worldwide thing now. Was it
yeah,
always
mate, it's in
worldwide?
The UK, I know.
Yeah, global campaign, 12 countries, over 100 million New Zealand dollars last year globally. So 450,000 registered Mo bros and sisters. So it's I think it was 40% up on the
I
year
don't want to
before.
think of
The
sisters.
Yeah.
No, that was a really, really bad kind of image.
Support crew, mate. Support crew.
Oh, right,
That's
okay.
the key. Support crew, yeah.
What is the cause these days?
Yeah, so, I mean, globally, it's always been a focus on prostate cancer, and in New Zealand, it's Cancer Society with a focus on prostate cancer and the Mental Health Foundation of New Zealand as well. So we have two beneficiary partners in New Zealand. So, yeah, and they're great, and we give the money to them, and they put into place the programs that our money funds. So,
Yeah.
And it's nice to see you sporting a Mo already.
Yes, mate, 24/7. I chop and change a little bit with my styles, but...
What, 365?
Well, yeah, all the time, mate. I'll find one. The only time I shave, 1st of November, when you have to shave down for the month, that's the only time. But the rest of the time, I'll be sporting some sort of Mo. Unfortunately, follically challenged with the handlebar. I just can't do it. But
Right, okay,
all the other stuff, I'm in there.
I find I'm follically challenged no matter what, really. And,
Yeah.
Oh, little baby face.
Well, just,
Eh?
yeah.
I'm not.
I always think one day I'll grow up.
Mate, there's no prejudice with Movember. Anyone can have a go, mate. We don't, it's not about everyone giving it a crack. That's the whole idea. So
Yeah.
it's about raising awareness.
I end up going ginger.
That's
Really?
actually,
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how common that is. I
It is,
also
eh?
do that, and we a lot of people have either a tinge or a lot more than what we thought we did. And
Gee,
we're wondering-
you guys wouldn't be able to donate sperm, would you? Hey? Yeah, that'd be...
Well, there's a lot of
Whammo,
people-
no.
There's a lot of people looking to the family tree and saying, "Where's this come from?" But,
Yeah.
it seems to pop
So
up.
I mean, over the years though, is it working? Because it's twofold, right? It's raising money for research,
Yep.
but also the awareness of the old prostate.
I think the way we say it is what we do at Movember, the campaign, the growing the moustaches and all that sort of thing. That's the awareness part of it.
Right.
Is saying we really encourage everyone within the month of November to use that as a time that you get along to the doctor and use that as your health check time, or if you've got a family history, tell your uncle, your brother, your father, prompt them, get them in. So that's sort of the awareness side of
Isn't
things.
it male's biggest killer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a serious issue, but
Beyond like heart disease or
I think it's number one, isn't it?
cancer.
I think it's
It is
it's
cancer.
right up there. It's
Yeah.
one or two. It's a massive issue.
Mm.
Which and you think because I'm in the coalface, you think that message is getting out there, but there's still a hell of a lot of people that are not getting along to the doctor that should be. So in terms of the Movember campaign itself and the growing of the moustaches and men becoming walking billboards for men's health,
Yep.
that's the campaign itself. And then the funds raised, that goes off to the Mental Health Foundation and Cancer Society, and they put together some programs on how to use that to try and help, whether it be research, education, survivorship. So that's sort of twofold in how it works.
Do you find a lot of people do it without even sort of registering as part of the official program? A lot of people just end up growing them.
Yeah,
their own?
mate, it's probably, for me, as the guy trying to organise Movember, that's a huge focus. I think Movember's out there, everyone knows about it, and every year, you're right, it's noticeable. There's people on the street wearing Mo's.
Me.
Yeah.
But
Jason, you never registered, but you grow.
yeah, so we'll have a word after
Yeah.
this, but
Yeah.
But,
one of those Scottish words.
Yeah.
You will.
And
Press ganged.
what are the sisters meant to grow?
No, support, not grow.
Oh,
They
just
support
support.
the
Okay,
Mo
right.
bros. They can register, I mean, with
Yeah.
anything in life, almost every single time, it's the females who are organising. They're the ones in the workplace that register the team. The other team captains, they get everyone organised. They get They organise the Mo party and the Mo awards at the end of the month and all that sort of stuff, and they're driving it and supporting the guys. And we need their clearance as well, mate, half the time, just to say, hey, I'm growing a Mo this month.
Yeah.
Which,
Social media must be quite important with all this as well.
yeah, I mean, it's huge, and because we try and do everything, as close to no cost as we can, being a not-for-profit, so social media channels are massive, and as you probably already know, America and Canada are pioneers for that, so we look at a lot at what they do, because they're just so savvy with that over there at the moment, and we're trying to be a lot stronger with our social media.
Yeah.
But we've got a good Facebook page. We have Twitter going on, and we're going to do a lot of stuff through that this year. So hopefully, there'll be definitely a place to be able to see what's happening with Movember will be.
What's the Facebook page?
It's Movember New Zealand.
Okay.
Yep, for Facebook page, and there should be, as of sort of once this Rugby World Cup thing stops hogging all the spotlight.
But then you got the election as well.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So
no doubt there'll be a few politicians.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few. We've already got a few guys who are keen to help out and stuff, and I'm sure we'll be able to pop our heads up through that campaign. But yeah,
is John Key on board yet?
Yeah, well, and actually a few years ago he donated $1,000. He said due to his political position he couldn't grow a moustache, which was disappointing. But he did donate.
Really?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely of the thinking that he'd definitely win the election hands down if he had a mo. That's my opinion, of course. But
Well, whoever does, no doubt.
Phil Goff with a mo. I can see a Lemmy mo for
that's
Phil
actually
Goff.
could be approached from him. I might have to go to Labour and say, if you want to turn this thing around, let's get some moustaches on.
Yeah.
And probably take it out.
Here's a biker.
Even
You know,
Jacinda.
Yeah, okay. Yes,
Yeah.
she's on there every day. That's a great call.
Yeah.
Mate. Yeah. I might have to tap into that, yeah.
Jason, what did you bring in today?
I brought in, ironically, this is a lovely kind of synergy between what we're talking about. It's the doctors, Gruner Veltliner. So
yeah.
the doctors,
Yeah.
Oh, I love what
Health.
you've done there. Yeah.
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 You working with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Gruner Veltliner.
Because doctors do the test, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you've
Okay,
got
I
that.
see the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Just
on
in
the
case.
back, with the social media thing, we've got a QR code
Oh, yeah.
as well.
And where would that take you?
You see that?
To the website?
It takes you to their website. Unfortunately, it's not a mobile website.
Oh, they need to sort that out.
That's
So-
something to work on.
Yeah.
But Gruner Veltliner is, and the reason why I've got Gruner here today is because Austria lead the world in liver cirrhosis, right? And I thought it was because of,
Really?
Austria, Ireland,
The heavy
Britain.
drinkers there?
Yeah, snaps.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
But this grape, Gruner Veltliner, comes from Austria. It's their principal grape.
Yeah.
And so I thought we'd bring it in. It's the doctor from John Forrest of Forest Estate, Marlborough as well.
I guess it's good that it's not our leading cause of death.
Well, no, we got
and-
obesity.
Yeah, but I mean, in that we have this reputation for, a bad drinking
Yeah,
culture.
yeah. I mean, obesity will kill more people. Ultimately.
Mm.
There we go.
Cheers.
Now this is
Fantastic, cheers.
it's quite a nice white aromatic grape, and you'll end up with a bit of peach and sometimes a bit of almond, and it's quite.
Rob straight in there.
Yes.
What do you reckon?
Bit of peach, bit of aroma. Just what he said.
A bit of pear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nashi.
Nashi pear, yeah. I also get a bit of kind of tangerine as well. Tangerine and orange skin.
Fruity, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really aromatic, and it should be quite full on the palate.
Let's give it a go.
That's lovely.
It's quite full on the palate. It's really nice fruit characters, and then
Minerally?
you get that mineral dry finish.
Very dry.
Yeah,
Ah.
It is dry.
but so this is going to match food. Like this is going to be a sensation, right? This is their 2011, so give it 6 months,
Yeah.
and well, kind of stir it up to a kind of 1 to 2 years. But this will be a stunning wine.
What will it do? Sort of mellow out? Will it become less dry?
Yeah.
No. It will just drop back some of that fruit a little bit, and for me, I think it's great now because you've got that primary fruit. It's all about that orange, that pear, bit of grapefruit, bit of kind of lemon zest in there as well. But then it kind of all of a sudden stops, and you've got that mineral thing happening at the back.
Yeah.
What it will do is it will make that transition seamless.
Yeah.
So you go fruit right away through to mineral, and then it'll all be one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, I do. I think it's great, and kind of. I wondered whether Gruner Veltliner might get our wine industry off the ventilator.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I'm trying to play
The
with
doctor
the whole
thing.
doctor, the men's health kind of thing, right?
But talking about the doctor thing, you know how when you were a kid you went to the dentist at school or something, but you got a reward for going,
Yeah.
you know? I wonder if they need to introduce something like that for men to go, and specifically a men's type clinic Because you hear about these new age barbers that they have big screens. They've got the magazines, they've got a beer, perhaps.
And all that sort of stuff.
But testing for prostate cancer, right, is the rubber glove, right?
Yes, that's what I mean. So
your blood's now.
Oh,
That's
hang
the
on.
misconception, which like I said before, being working for member, you think people know this, but it's not the case. The first off the bat thing is just to have your PSA levels tested, to have the blood test.
So what is the PSA? Because you hear that PSA level. What is that?
I think it's just it gives. It's exactly that. It gives something about the indication of levels in your bloods, but it doesn't give. It's not that specific as such. It can't tell you.
It's not conclusive.
No, it's not conclusive. So when they look at those levels, and if they are high, they go, okay, we need to follow up with the next thing now. But a lot of people, they say, no, your levels are fine. Come back next year. We'll have another one. But sometimes if there are some indicators that they are too high, then you are potentially looking at what you're talking about. But there's a big misconception, a little bit, that people think, oh goodness, the rubber glove, I've got to go in and do that.
Yeah.
But that's not first off the bat for sure.
Yeah.
So
It's not free though, is it?
no, it's not free, and there's a lot of people do
Oh,
ask
really?
this. Not that I'm aware of. There's a lot of people ask when we go out to companies. They say, do you have a we want to do something for male staff, like in terms of testing or something like that. And we haven't really got anything in place like that. We can put them in touch with people, but you still do have to go to the doctor to have the test. It's
So
not like
is
a
there-
mobile unit or anything like that, which might be a good idea. But
Yeah.
Because one of the things I was thinking that ultimately there'll be an app on your phone that will be able to detect your PSA levels,
Yeah.
right?
There's a Movember app, so it could time with
Yeah, it could tie in with
Yeah.
that. Or do you know these little glucose sticks
Yes, for
bloods for
diabetics.
diabetics?
Yeah.
Where you just put pinprick in your finger and drop it in, and I mean that's got
Yeah.
to surely be the next step, so that you don't have to go and make
Yeah.
that necessary unnecessary visit to the doctor. So you don't type your doctor or the clinic.
And well, I think you're probably onto something too, in the sense that we want men to use Movember as a catalyst to jump in and have a test in that. But
Yeah,
I think the easier you make it, the more likely you are to get men to do it. Particularly
Absolutely,
if you can let
yeah.
them do it in their own setting, because just we think we're getting places and we are, but still stubborn buggers.
Yeah.
So,
but industry should fund that development
yeah.
because I mean it would ultimately save time and money.
Yeah, and
for
I
them.
think what the goal of a lot of the guys, the top guys at Movember, is for us to fund programs that become catalytic, and then the government pick them up. So they
Yeah.
go, my God, that's a brilliant program,
Yeah.
and we've started that. And then, to do it at a national scale, it's massively expensive for them to go, that's awesome, something you're talking
Yeah.
about. This is so accessible for men, they can get tested. We start the ball rolling on that, and then the government says, fantastic, and it gets picked up, and that's some of the more successful ones overseas. That's what's occurred, and that's what we try to do.
I wouldn't have put it past I do bring him up, Steve Jobs, to have if he was sticking around to be working on a device, right, that it's kind of attached to you, a device that looks after you, that would monitor the air quality around you, would monitor what's in your blood at the time, would monitor how drunk you are or not drunk, would do all these things.
Can
all
I drive?
Yeah.
The thing, all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
I think
That's the future.
Yeah, but we all already inherently know.
Yeah, but
we know.
well, we don't know. We don't know if there's something bad going on.
Not with prostate cancer, like it's a pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Like it's under there, and a lot of people, that's the thing with it. That's the big message for guys, is that if you do get along and get it early, you will not die of it. Like it's an extremely curable disease.
Yeah.
So, particularly prostate cancer, and it is a little bit hidden away down there.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
But
Does
if
it-
you get along, you'll be fine.
A glass of wine a day, keep it away.
Moderation, mate. That is the key Movember message.
Yeah.
Everything
I
in
like
moderation,
that.
healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Bit of exercise as
Yeah.
well. Just eat correctly. A couple of drinks is not a
So
problem.
diet is one of the for
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
It's, and I've watched Jamie Oliver's TED Award acceptance speech
Yeah.
quite a few times of late.
Yeah.
And it's about we need to. This is going to be my little rant. We need to get knives and forks into schools, right, with children sitting down eating food, so that at least they get one healthy meal per day. And I think it's the government's responsibility to offer our future generations that right, because it also teaches people about manners. Right now, and he talks about it, endorsing. If you don't have knives and forks in a school, you're endorsing that fast food culture and ultimately obesity.
Indeed. Hey, we're going to finish on that.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Jason Bryant, unscrewed.co.nz, and also Rob Dunn from
Thanks, mate.
Movember. Look out for the Facebook page, the website, and the app.